Yo, YouTube fam. Picture this: what if your ex came back, took over your life, and started a global riot in just 20 days? Welcome to Napoleon's epic saga, escaping exile, snatching his throne without a single shot, and the insane Battle of Waterloo. Could one man really scare a whole continent into chaos? Stick around, smash that like button, and let's dive in. Yo, picture this: you're the boss of all Europe, ruling like a king, then bam. You're exiled to a tiny rock called Elba, surrounded by goats and fishermen. That's Napoleon in 1815. Once France's emperor, conquering everything since Roman times, now he's just staring at the mainland, itching for his old glory. His empire shrunk to 2 Mediterranean islands. Brutal. The European powers ganged up to beat him in the 6th coalition, with a big assist from Mother Nature. They didn't want him as a martyr, so they shipped him to Elba to watch Europe move on without him. Harsh, right? But hold up, Napoleon's not the type to just chill. At first, Napoleon's like, fine, I'll make Elba my new crib. But then, letters from supporters start pouring in like crazy. They say France is a mess. The new king, Louis XVIII. Total flop. People miss Napoleon, soldiers aren't getting paid, and they're reminiscing about his glory days. Europe's no better. The Congress of Vienna, where big shots divvy up the continent, is a hot mess. Without Napoleon as their common enemy, they're bickering like it's a reality show. The more letters he gets, the more Napoleon's blood boils. He's thinking, Europe's falling apart. Perfect, I'm back in the game. His mind's racing, ambitions on fire. In secret, he orders his ship in constant prepped. He's not just coming back, he's about to rewrite history. A wild plan's brewing, and the world's about to get shook. Sunday night, February 26, 1815, Napoleon makes his move. He and his 1,000 most loyal soldiers sneak onto the Inconstant under cover of darkness. Picture it, a quiet island, just waves crashing, and suddenly, the Corsican monster and his tiny crew set sail for Europe's shores. One wrong move, and it's over, caught, executed, done. But Napoleon? He's fearless. This is the biggest gamble of his life, like going all in on a poker hand. He knows if he pulls this off, the world's gonna quake. The Inconstant cuts through the waves, carrying the crazy dream of a guy who used to rule Europe. Man, talk about guts, Napoleon's got M in spades. From exiled emperor to betting it all for a comeback, this guy's on another level. Genius or straight up nuts? Think about it, would you risk everything to change your fate? The story's just heating up, and Napoleon's about to flip Europe upside down. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's see what he does next. Yo, fam. Napoleon just hit French soil after 300 days in exile, with only 1,000 loyal troops. The whole kingdom's out to get him. King Louis XVIII orders his army to stop the Corsican monster at all costs, even if it means killing him. It's like a Western showdown, one guy versus a nation. Napoleon knows he's playing a high-stakes game, one wrong move, and he's toast. But he's got a secret weapon, pure charisma. Europe's holding its breath, waiting to see if he can flip the script or get crushed. Buckle up, this is about to get wild. Napoleon marches toward Grenoble, the heart of France. King Louis sends the 5th Regiment, a crack team, to take him out. Picture it, Napoleon's tiny crew facing a fully armed army. Tensions through the roof as they meet outside Grenoble. The king's soldiers aim their muskets, ready to fire. The air's thick, like time's frozen. Napoleon knows this is make or break. He's got no big army, no cannons, just guts and his gift of gab. With next-level swagger, he steps forward, unarmed, staring down the barrels. It's all or nothing, like going all in on a bluff. One slip, and he's history, literally. But he's banking on the people's loyalty. Will they shoot, or will they switch sides? This is the moment. Napoleon steps up, arms wide, and yells, I am. Here I am. Kill your emperor if you wish. Dead silence. Not a single shot. Then, one soldier lowers his gun. One by one, the whole regiment follows, shouting, Vive l'Empereur. The crowd goes wild, rushing to embrace Napoleon like he's their rock star. No shots, no blood, in a flash, the king's army becomes Napoleon's. The field erupts with "Long live the Emperor." This isn't just a win, it's a masterclass in charisma, like he hacked the system. Man, talk about swagger, Napoleon's the GOAT. No guns, just words, and he turns enemies into allies. Could you pull that off? This is just the start. His army's growing, and Paris is next. Can he keep winning without a fight? Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's see what Napoleon does next. Yo, fam. Imagine you're at a huge party, everyone's fighting over the biggest slice of cake, then bam, your worst enemy crashes the scene. That's the Congress of Vienna in 1815, where Europe's big shots met to carve up the continent after banishing Napoleon to Elba. They thought it was over, but nope. Napoleon's back, and Europe's about to lose it. It's like a reality show, with leaders bickering and pointing fingers. News of Napoleon hits like a bomb, and chaos erupts. Get ready, 'cause the drama's about to go off. Middle of the night, Metternich, Vienna's head honcho, gets woken up with urgent news: Napoleon's gone. He's got chills, knowing Europe's nightmare is back. Within an hour, he rounds up the British, Austrian, Prussian, and Russian leaders, and the room's a powder keg. They're pointing fingers. The Brits get slammed for letting Napoleon slip, the French for not paying his stipend, the Russians for maybe betraying them. Tensions sky high, like the world's on the brink. Nobody saw Napoleon coming back this fast. They argue over what to do, but one thing's clear: if they don't unite, they're toast. Vienna's gone from a cake-cutting party to a race to stop the Corsican monster. Napoleon's not just a guy, he's Europe's biggest fear. Can they stop him in time? This is where it pops off. Vienna declares Napoleon an outlaw, like putting a global bounty on his head. Austria, Britain, Prussia, and Russia swear to team up and crush him, no mercy. Europe's in full panic mode, gearing up for war. One guy, once exiled, now has a whole continent shaking. Peak drama. With one declaration, Napoleon's the common enemy, forcing these ego-driven leaders to swallow their pride and unite. This ain't just politics, it's a fight for survival. Napoleon straight up the GOAT at freaking out the world. Man, Napoleon single-handedly threw Europe into chaos, what a legend. The irony? He forced his enemies to team up. Can they stop this nightmare? What's your take? Is Napoleon a genius or just trouble? Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to see what Europe does next. The drama's far from over. Yo, fam. Napoleon just pulled off the impossible. He's back in France, with thousands of soldiers ditching the king to join him, like fans chasing their idol. King Louis XVIII panics and bolts to Belgium, like, peace out, I'm gone. In just 20 days, Napoleon marches to Paris, no shots fired. Europe's shook, the Corsican monster is back on the throne. But hold up, the big powers are gearing up for war. Things are about to get intense, leading to the ultimate showdown. Buckle up, the drama's hitting max. Napoleon strolls into Paris, and the crowds go wild like he's a rock star. He snags the throne without a fight, like hacking the political system. But Europe's not chilling. The Congress of Vienna vows to crush him, with Britain and Prussia leading the charge. In Belgium, Duke Wellington gathers 92,000 British, Dutch, and German troops, a ragtag crew but ready to scrap. The Prussians, led by Marshal Blücher, bring 121,000 soldiers, locked and loaded. Napoleon hears the Allies plan to invade France in July, but he's not waiting. He's like, let's hit them first. With 124,000 troops, he schemes to split the British and Prussians, taking them out one by one. It's next-level strategy, like playing 4D chess while the others are stuck on checkers. But time's running out, and one mistake could cost him everything. This is where Napoleon goes big. On June 15, he storms into Belgium, lightning fast, aiming to split Wellington and Blücher. His bold plan: crush the British first, then swing to the Prussians. Picture it, 124,000 French troops charging across the border, like a hurricane. Napoleon knows if the Allies link up, he's toast. This is an all-in gamble, like win big or go back to exile. With his genius tactics, he drives his army between the enemies, ready to shake Europe again. The biggest battles looming. Man, Napoleon's a strategic beast. He took back a country without blood, now he's hitting Europe first. Would you bet it all like that? Waterloo's coming, and it's make or break. Can Napoleon keep his winning streak? Smash that like button, drop your thoughts, and subscribe for the next drama. It's getting real. Yo, fam. Here it is, the battle that decides Europe, Waterloo, June 18, 1815. A muddy, chaotic battlefield, like Avengers, Endgame but with muskets and mud. Napoleon's 124,000 elite troops face Wellington's ragtag 92,000, British, Dutch, German. Blücher's 121,000 Prussians are far off, but coming. Napoleon wants to crush the British before the Prussians arrive. It's the ultimate showdown, tense as hell. Buckle up, the drama's about to explode. Napoleon's plan is to split the Allies, already smashing 16,000 Prussians at Ligny. But heavy rain turns the ground to sludge, delaying his attack till 11 a.m. He hits the Huguenot farm to bait Wellington into thinning his lines, but the British hold tight, no dice. Napoleon cranks it up, blasting cannons at the British center, sending troops to La Haye Sainte. Both sides fight like mad, bayonets and blood everywhere. Napoleon's confident, but then spots Prussian shadows, Blücher's coming. Struggling with stomach pain, he hands command to Marshal Ney. Ney sees the British seemingly retreat and launches 9,000 elite cavalry up the hill. It's the final gamble, like all in or bust. But is he wrong? Here's the peak. Napoleon's legendary Imperial Guard charges the hill. But, plot twist. Wellington's got 1,500 troops hidden in tall grass. They pop up, unloading a hail of bullets. The guard's torn apart, and for the first time ever, they run. This breaks the French army's spirit. Blücher arrives right on time, slamming Napoleon's flank. Surrounded on three sides, he knows it's over. The battle's done, and Europe breathes easy. Man, Napoleon went from king to crushed. The guard fleeing, Blücher saving the day. What a plot twist. What's your take? Was Napoleon's fall deserved? Smash that like button, drop your thoughts, and subscribe to see his fate. The drama ain't over yet. Yo, fam. After Waterloo's crushing defeat, Napoleon bolts to Paris, hoping to rebuild his army. But nah, a loss that big? Nobody's buying it anymore. He's forced to abdicate again, and this time, they ship him to St. Helena, a tiny island off Africa's coast, far from everything. Once Europe's king, now he's just staring at waves, under tight guard. Kinda sad, right? But his story's not over yet. On St. Helena, Napoleon's alone, no chance of escape. But Waterloo didn't just end him, it kicked off a new era. Thanks to Wellington and Blücher, Europe got nearly 100 years of peace, the longest ever. This sparked the Industrial Revolution, factories, machines, tech that changed the game. Prussia, with its iron and coal, rose as a powerhouse, later becoming the German Empire. Napoleon lost, but his mark's everywhere, laws, ideas, and that wild ambition. He's like a fire, blazing bright but burning stuff down. What's your take on this legacy? Tyrant or world changer? Here's the peak of Napoleon's legacy. Genius or troublemaker? He brought modern laws but sparked wars across Europe. His name still echoes, from Paris streets to military tactics. Even exiled, Napoleon's the poster child for unstoppable ambition. Today's Europe, its borders, its laws, bears his stamp. Love him or hate him, one thing's clear, Napoleon changed everything. Man, from emperor to prisoner, Napoleon's a legend. What's your vibe, hero or villain? Drop your thoughts, smash that like button, and subscribe for more epic history. Next week, we're diving into another wild saga, don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and catch you later.